Welcome morning everybody, welcome to another Prep and Adventures film. Today is Saturday the 13th of June 2026, it's Saturday morning, it's 8:30 in the morning and I'm at Bridgwater docks. In front of me is the River Parrett, behind me is the docks, and from the docks is the canal. Today's plan is to walk the Bridgwater and Taunton Canal from start to finish. So we're starting here where the docks meets the river, and then we're going to carry all the way along the canal to Taunton, finishing where it meets the River Tone. 14.5 miles officially. I think we've already walked a mile or so to get here. Anyway, that's today's plan. So we're going to get a shift on. We're going to stop for lunch halfway along the canal at the Bridgwater Canal Centre, get ourselves something to eat, and go from there. Right, we're on the move. 8:37. To record all those little bits and pieces. Took about 7 minutes. So we're just going to the end of the docks. Our bit's just over that way where the canal meets the docks. Here was the last commercial premises on the docks, Barron's Animal Feeds. That shut a few years ago. Right, so there's the docks. Here's a lock, and that's the start of the canal. Weather today is a bit breezy at the moment, hopefully this will die down. No rain forecast, supposed to brighten up later. Right, I'm guessing the 14.5 miles starts here. Walking along here, you'd think it was in the countryside now, but we're still in the middle of Bridgwater at the moment. So not a lot to see along here really. We got a little bit further up, that might be a little bit more interesting. We go for a long tunnel. And there's the first bridge. There should be a number on it somewhere. Can't see it. Oh, I think that's over. I spotted it, and it even says number 1. Just to the left of it over there. bridge number 2. And that'll be the road above us. There will be the A39 heading towards Minehead. Yep, number 2. This looks quite impressive coming along here. Bridge number 3. This is the biggest bridge, or longest bridge we'll be going under on this canal walk today. I think this bit here collapsed at one point and got rebuilt. There used to be big wooden props going across here up to a couple of years ago, which they got rid of. Well, we're still in Bridgwater. Just going to sort of the outskirts here of Bridgwater, and we sort of duck back in again. There you go, that's the first boats we've seen. That's the YMCA building just there next to it. I can't see a lot from where I'm standing because great big reeds. Just there, I mean, bring in round about there, there's a mallard duck with a little chick there. Okay, well there's Brown's Pit. And here we go under the busy A38 Taunton Road, heading out of Bridgwater to Taunton. What number bridge is this? Oh, only number 6. And yes, we're still in Bridgwater. 9:06. Okay, obviously this is the canal. Then you've got the bank. On the other side of that bank is the River Parrett. So the canal and the River Parrett run side by side for a little bit. Then the River Parrett will head off to the left, off towards Langport, and we'll carry on to Taunton. So that's more ponds. That's Taunton Road behind those houses. Industrial estate over there. We should soon be out of Bridgwater. So I've got the camera up on a stick now, so hopefully it's picking up the River Parrett, which is now taking off to the left, and we're heading off to the right. Okay, we ain't quite left Bridgwater yet, but there you go. Neptune. Bridgwater Canal has something called the Space Walk. And dotted along, we come across different planets. In the middle, we get to the sun, and then it starts all over again. They're spaced in proportion to the size of the universe. Or the solar system, I should say. Right, on we go. Let's have a look and see what the time is. 9:23. We're just there. To my right is a new bridge, but before that was built, not that long ago, the road used to come through here, and right here in front of me is where there used to be a swing bridge. All gone now, except for the plinth either side. Anyway, we're finally going out of Bridgwater, and you can see the M5 motorway in front of me. Well, the canal path to Taunton forms part of a cycle path 3, 12 miles to go. So it's 9:30. If it's 14.5 miles, we've only done 2.5 according to that. Feels like a lot longer, or a lot further even. Well, there's the busy M5. bridge spans the canal, the River Parrett and the railway. So we're going to go under this bridge here. So we go under the M5 here, and then we go back under it again when we're nearing Taunton. So that's the 2 times that we're see the M5. And just up ahead on the canal there is a swing bridge there. We'll cross that. So at the moment we've walked all the way out of Bridgwater on the right, had the canal on our left, and from that point all the way to Taunton the canal will be on our right. So here we are underneath the M5 motorway. Old car there. Right, we're just going over that bridge. We're now got the canal on our right all the way to Taunton, and there is the Boat and Anchor pub. Oh, let's buy another old car. Rover P6. One of my favourites. And a few boats, canal boats to my right. I think these ones are permanently moored up here. I think these were the ones that were kicked out of the docks a few years ago. Or some of them have ended up here. Who's ever heard of putting boats in a dock, eh? Okay, that's where we just come from. You can still hear the cars thundering over that bridge on the M5 motorway. And right here is the railway. And that's not going to be too far away from us, all the way into Taunton now. We'll go out a bit further at places and come back in, but basically pretty much the same route. And yes, the canal is on the right, behind all these reeds. There it is there. And you see the M5 bridge just there. Right, what I am trying to do, I'm looking for a bench, so I want to sit down, take off this fleecy top and have a drink before moving on. Well, we're still waiting for a bench to sit on. There's a bridge a bit further up, whichever comes first. If we find a bench before then, we'll stop and get rid of this fleecy top and have a drink. If not, we'll do it when we get to that bridge. That's a bridge at Huntworth. Like I say, no seats along here at the moment. Further up there are, along the canal there are quite a few seats, but this stretch so far, not much. Oh, I can see some Canadian geese. Well, I could before these reeds come in, but what I can do is that. So there's some Canadian geese there on the other side of the bank. Hopefully this camera is picking them up. And there's some swans further up. I'm also going to have to do when I stop for a drink is connect this camera up to a small power bank I got with me for now, because it's getting a bit low. I've got a bigger power bank, help charge it up when we stop for lunch. Okay, there's the bridge. We're looking for a bench. What we're going to do is still go under the bridge. We're going to go off to the left and down the other side. So Langport, 9 miles that way. Bridgwater 2 mile, Taunton 11. So Canal Bridge, Railway Bridge. And is there a bench? No. Right, there's a gate up here. We'll stop at the gate and stop for a minute. So a few years ago, they were given £6 million to spend on this canal. I can't see where they spent any of it yet. What they're waiting for, I don't know. Right, let's get up to this gate, have a drink, sort out this fleece, stop for a minute or two, or 10, and before heading on. There's a spot further up I think we can stop to have some snacks. But just want to stop here for a minute. Right. Let's get this backpack off and have a drink. Right, time for a drink. Just a swig of water. Oh, that's better. Right, I'm going to get this camera on charge. Hang on for a few more minutes while moving out. Well, here's the remains of a pillbox left over from World War II, half a pillbox, and that's the first of many we're going to see. So we're back on the move again, obviously. Gate's just behind me. Fleece is off, but it's that weather is somewhere in between. You know, you want a fleece, but you don't want a fleece. Oh. Now this is a piece of old railway track, narrow gauge railway track. There's a lot of clay pits around here, and they used to have little narrow gauge trains moving stuff about. think that's the railway just over there. I've only seen one train go past, but it takes so long to get this camera and microphone turned on. It was gone by the time I was in a position to film it. So when you're in the sun, not too bad, but when you're in the shade, with this damn wind, quite chilly. Just going up to another pillbox, second one. I don't think I want to count them all. So there's another pillbox there behind me. I think on the other side, if I can just, I'll just stop this camera and restart it again. There's what's known as dragon's teeth. Hang on. There's the pillbox. Just on the other side, there's some dragon's teeth, but you can't see them. It's so overgrown, which is a anti-tank structure. Anyway, let's get on. That's where we just come from. We're well out of Bridgwater now. And the railway is just over there. Another pillbox. And then is that another bit of railway track? Yeah, another bit of old narrow gauge railway track. And there's the second planet we've seen on this walk. The one everyone finds amusing. I'm now pointing at Uranus. And underneath, in kilometres, 5.9 kilometres that way to Bridgwater and 17.6 that way to Taunton. And that's the way we're going. Taunton. Well, we're certainly out in the middle of nowhere now. Not far till we get to some picnic tables. We stop in for some snacks. Oh, there's another pillbox. And we should be able to just go up here and get these picnic tables. And if I remember correctly, last time we were here, it was all nice trees along here. So it looks like someone's been very busy. Right, we're just up here. There's another little swing bridge on the right, and then off to the left is a car park with some picnic tables. Right, there's the swing bridge there, and the car park just over here on the left. So let's get to these picnic benches. Right, well, here's the car park. A great big puddle in it. And I spy some picnic benches. Just in there's a little orchard. And when the time's right, you can go in there and pick a load of apples. There's all different types. Well, that's not now. Right, I'm going to go for this one. He's in the sun. Let's get some snacks. Right, well, it's 10:30. We're at the picnic bench. Let's get a snack. See what we can find. I'm going to start with a refrigerator. Nice and warm air, and I pretty much hate the breeze. All of this lot's in a cool bag on my back, so lovely. And of course, hopefully around here somewhere, I will have, there it is, the old pork pie. So with the faithful Swiss Army knife. Perfect. Just right. So we're going to be here for about 20 minutes. Get that camera charged up a bit before moving on. So I'm going to finish off these snacks and I'll bring you back in a minute. Right, well, it's just gone 5 to 11, so just got to 11 o'clock. Just had our snacks. Now we're going to head on. We'll go through the orchard and then back up onto the canal path. Next stop will be lunch. So we're estimating about an hour's time. Nice sausage bat, hopefully, if we got any. Right, let's get through that. So there's the orchard, the little orchard bit. A few little apples on the tree. Right, there's the canal, and we're heading this way. Oh, another pillbox there. The camera's been on charge. I think it's up to about 75% now. can see a lock in the distance. Okay, so there's that lock. A few picnic tables there. Standards lock free. Right, let's move on. Apparently, these ones with the weights on, these concrete weights, it's quite unusual on the canal. Anyway, let's get on. So that's the direction we just come from. That's the direction we're going. And we're now on the bit of the canal, we're going up to the sort of middle part now. I think another couple of miles will be at the Maunsel tea rooms, and a little bit further on from that is the canal side cafe and everything, bar, the lock in I think they call it. So one of those we'll be stopping for lunch, but this bit gets very busy with people. There's a car park up there as well, a couple of car parks around. So I think we've got another lock a little bit further up, which is near North Newton. The path here, it's just a dirt track. It's dry at the moment, so that's alright, but if you get any amount of rain, this becomes a bit of a boggy mud fest. Today we're alright. Well, here we have another planet, Saturn. Right, well, there's another lock. Lock 4. There's one of two, I believe, little workmen's huts that were put in for the people to work on the canals to take shelter. I don't think there's a lot in that one, but the one further up's got a little fireplace and everything in it. So there you go. Nice to see someone's put graffiti all over it. I consider it. Right, on we go. So there's the bridge there, Bridge 15. Certainly warmed up now. Okay, so that way takes you into North Newton, which we're actually on the edge of. Here's the swing bridge. Here's a sign. So Bridgwater that way 5 mile. By the way, we have walked 7.5 since we total distance I've walked today. Behind me, North Newton, 1/4 mile, but we're there. Taunton 8 mile that way. Increase at Michael 4 mile that way. And if you do go into North Newton from here, you can go into the Harvest Moon for something to eat or drink. Let's have a look at the time as well while we're at it. Just gone 11:45, heading towards 10 to 12. So I reckon we should be up here for lunch around about 12:15, maybe 12:30. I've got to make a decision then. Do we go to Maunsel Tea Rooms for lunch, which is the first one we come to, or do we carry on a little bit further? 5 minutes, if that. Well, 5 minutes, I think, up the bit further on. The other place, Canal Centre. Well, got a while to make that decision. Just coming up to another pillbox. I'm guessing there must have been a bridge here once. Cricket ball. A bench. I want to keep on moving. I want to get on and get some lunch. And that breeze seems to have died right down. It's good in one way, but it's now getting hot. And I think there's another bridge just up there. I think I can just about see it. Let's go see what number that one is. I guess it should be 15, isn't it? I think the last one was 14. Find out in a minute. Okay, there's that bridge. And I just found another planet. What have we got this time? We got Jupiter. Oh, there you go. And like I said, here's the bridge, and 16. Must have been 15 back there then. Losing count. And under we go. Nice bit of shade. And another bench. Finally, benches. Well, we're still on the move. 12 o'clock. Another 5 minutes or so, and I reckon we'll be at Maunsel Lock and Maunsel Tea Rooms. Another bench. Don't want one now. When I do, I just want to go and get something to eat first. Not much further to go now. Just a little bit further up around the corner, I believe. Okay, we just come from down there, and just up there is, hang on, I'll try and get the camera up a bit further, like a machine gun post, pillbox type thing. Anyway, we're just over here. You can see the bridge is just coming into sight. Let's get my sunglasses on. Yep, there's the bridge. So the lock is just behind that bridge, and Maunsel tea rooms are just there as well. So let's just get up here and make a decision where I'm going to grab my lunch to. I have to see how busy it is, I suppose. And just see some boats moored over to the right there. And that's one thing we haven't seen. You know, we've walked all this distance, so we're now virtually at the halfway point. Haven't seen a single boat come either direction. What a waste. Anyway, let's go over here and make a decision on where I'm going to get some lunch to. Right, so there's a few boats there. There's the bridge. There's a car park here as well. Bridge 17, if anyone's still counting. There's the lock, and that's Maunsel tea rooms. Let's go and have a look. This is also lower Maunsel Lock 5. There's a car park over there to the right. Right, let's get in here. Okay, so we are at Maunsel tea rooms. A nice cold Coke and a nice sausage bat. As per normal, I've got to put a bit of vinegar on it. Spot on. That is hot.
In fact, I'm of the view that the more you make the players do them.
Right, well, we're back on the move. We've had lunch. We have another planet. Mars. 12.6 kilometres to Taunton. There's Maunsel tea rooms. Obviously that's where we decided to go for lunch in the end. And the other place we could have gone is a little bit further up, so we'll have a look at that in a minute. And not much further on from Mars, we got Earth. So 11 kilometres to Bridgwater, 12.5 to Taunton. And another planet, Venus. They're coming thick and fast now. Anyway, there in the distance, that's Canal Centre. That's the other place we could have had lunch. But the last time we came up here to go in there for lunch, we wanted a sausage bap and they didn't have any sausages left. So that's why we didn't go in there today. Just on the chance that we'd go all the way up here and then have to go all the way back again. Probably have got it today, but never mind. Anyway, I'll bring you back when we're up there. Blimey, here's Mercury. And just up here is the sun, I believe. Yeah, it's busy in here. There's another lock here as well. There you go. There's the canal centre, the lock-in bar and kitchen. I can see them there cooking away. Probably would have had what we wanted then. And Bridge 18. So here's hire lock. Just behind it, that's where you can hire canoes and paddle boards and paddle around and canoe about on the canal there. And here is the sun. So there's the sun, halfway point. This is higher Maunsel Lock 6. So the planets will start again in that direction. Right, let's get back on the canal path. In actual fact, the canal path is part of the road along here. For a little bit. Right, so here's the that lock. There's where you can hire your canoes and paddle boards. And the canal path here is actually on the road for a little bit. Not particularly satisfactory, but that's how they've done it. And just up here when the canal path starts again, it's the worst stretch of path on the canal, in my opinion anyway. It'll be alright today because it'll be dry, but it's the bit that's going to be the muddiest if there's any rain. Another pillbox on the left coming up. Just see it there in the hedge. Try and get past this bit as quick as we can. There's a lot of cars around here. Into your pillbox. There's where you hire your kayaks and that. And here's where we get back onto the proper path. And you'll see what I mean as soon as we get onto it. So there it is, just a muddy track, and the planets start up again. Can't see anything in that one though. Right, you can see how bad it is. Right, on we go. Another pillbox. I think this one's been chopped in half. It originally went right across the path here. There's where the entrance would have been, at the back here. There you go, all the way around, back out again. So one of the busiest stretches of the canal for walking and on and cycling, and that's the state of the path. Anyway, we must be over the halfway mark by now. Right, we're back on a normal path now. So on we go. Time now, 20 past 1. So I wonder what time we'll be in Taunton at the end. We're estimating 5ish, 5 o'clock. So 3.5 hours. And it's certainly warmed up now, and that breeze has died right down. So we get a little bit now and again, and most welcome it is. So we're glad of the shade. I know further up we won't be getting any. Here we are, Bridge 21. Oh, that's nice under here, nice breeze. Right, well, it's 20 to 2. Just been sat here for a few minutes in the shade having a drink. About to continue on in a second. Nice and cool here in the shade, but as soon as you step out in that sun you don't have to feel it. Total distance today since leaving the house is 10 miles. On the canal I think it's about 8. Right, we've got a couple more minutes then we're going to move on. Right, we're back on the move, 1:45. Certainly picked a nice day for it anyway. Oh, in the distance I can just see the railway bridge, and the railway's just along here. Railway bridge there's where the one line crosses another. So we'll be close to that in a minute. Well, I think we're going to see our first canal boat on the move come past in a second. I'll just wait here under the shade of this tree, I think. Train. So there you go, first one of the day you've actually seen on the move.
Thank you. We got canal boats, kayaks, people, and the railway. All we need now is a train. A couple just went past, so probably won't see none now that we're here. See another canal boat up there moored side there. Looks to me like this old post might be part of an old sleeper, railway sleeper. So there you go. So the railway heading that direction takes you to Taunton, that direction takes you to Bridgwater, and that direction branches off. I think it's towards Bristol way. Both ways are that way to Bristol as well. Anyway, the railway line splits here. So there we go. Ideal if we saw a train now, we got the perfect spot. There we go, we hung on for a couple of minutes just to catch that one. Right, let's get back on the canal path and get on the move. So there's the railway bridge, now heading on. Railway continues on along that way. We'll be quite close to that now for a bit. Breeze there now, that's nice. Well, there's a nice breeze coming in now. That's doing alright. Get another pillbox. We just passed Saturn back there. Actually nicer walking on the grass, it sort of cushions your feet a little bit more. But it's a bit uneven. Keep recording these, another pillbox. Definitely need another drink. There's usually another bench, I think we'll sit down and grab a drink. Another bridge there, we'll see what number that is. And just round the corner here, there's a little thing that sells stuff, an honesty box. Let's see what they got today. A few plants, bit of cake, jams and things. Runner bean plants there by the looks of it. Nothing I fancy today, I don't think. Right, let's get back up on the trail. There's another bridge. Hopefully there's a seat here. And I did pick up a cake after all, and I did put some money in the honesty box. I'll show you what I got in a second. And let's see if we can find a seat. I wonder what number bridge this is. Nice and shady. No seat on this side. Will we strike lucky on the other side? And the answer is yes. Right, let's just get a seat. Right, so here's the cakes we got. Top hats, 4 of them, £2. I'll put them in the bag in a minute. Just under this, on this bench under the tree. I wanted a break and a drink. Time. Just gone 2:30. Right, let's have a drink. Get those cakes in the bag. So that's why I've just been sat for the last 10 minutes. On that bench, got a pillbox there. Over on this bridge, let's just have a Little look here, this camera is on charge as well. About the power bank I brought with me. I bought a big one and a small one. This camera wouldn't have lasted the trip out. So that's where we just come from. And that's the direction we'll be going. Right, on we go. A bit of old railway track there, still narrow gauge. So there's the other side of that bridge. Barely see it for the trees. Number 24. Okay, so another pillbox, and just here, Engine House 1826. This is the old pumping station here, where they used to pump water from the River Taunton into the canal, keep the canal full up. I think it laid derelict for years and years, and obviously it's now someone's house. Very nice house as well. I think the canal is fed direct from the River Taunton, where it joins the River Taunton. Apparently years ago the railway up at Taunton was taking water from the canal to put in a great big water tank there to supply the steam engines. Obviously that's not necessary now, so there's a lot of demand on the water up here once, hence the reason they had that pumping station there. You can see another canal boat coming down. We get a little bit busier along here now. I think we're getting close to Creech St Michael. Well, it's 3 o'clock. Nothing much else to report at the moment. Canal still on my right. Just past Bridge 25. The railway tracks are just to my left, but can't see them because of this hedgerow here. Obviously there's a small stretch of field between that as well, but not a lot. Oh, second time today, it's Uranus. It's 6.8 miles, sorry, 6.8 kilometres to Taunton, 16.7 kilometres to Bridgwater. So 6.8 kilometres, and we reach the end. So we're just going up the Creek St Michael now. Well, we're at Creek St Michael's, a car park just here. We've got an lymph board here. So there's where we started. Just all the way here. There's the end, right next to the railway station. And we're getting back on the train, all the way back to Bridgwater. So there we are. There's the end, Firepool in Taunton. So we're getting there. Going to that, there's a pub right there. Look. We won't be going to there, we'll be carrying on. Right, so here's the car park here. Canal's on my right. Hopefully you can get back onto the canal from this end of the car park as well. If not, I'm going to have to go back up myself. Yes, you can. So that's the car park at Creek St Michael. Here we are back on the canal path again. So here we are, like I said, Creek St Michael. Under another bridge. Okay, you can see a wall along there. I think this is the point where the canal branched to head towards, well, I can't think of the name of the place now. Chard, is it? I'll find out up here. Right. So that's where the canal used to branch off the Chard. Just come down here and have a drink. Another piece of railway track there. That's I reckon that's all broad gauge stuff. And on the other side, that post there, old sleepers. Right, let's have another swig of water, and then we're be heading on. And we're just getting close to the motorway now. We go back underneath it again. Well, here's the M5 motorway again. To the right takes you to Bridgwater, to the left, Exeter and beyond. And underneath, on to Taunton. And that's the way we're going. Nice breeze blowing through here. There's the other way we just come. Motorway bridge is just behind me. Another bridge in front of us. Let's see if we can see what number this one is. for a number. Can't see a number yet. '28. That's bridge 28. Well, you can see houses up ahead, just in over there. That's Firepool, just on the outskirts of Taunton. Right, with that bridge there, that'll be the A38. To the left, taking you into Taunton, to the right, taking you towards Bridgwater. So we'll be going under that. We're now at Firepool, which is just on the outskirts of Taunton. So not much further to go. Still a few more miles, I think, but in the grand scheme of things, not that much to go. So here we are, bridge 29. Just about to go on underneath it. The A38. Hopefully I should get a nice cool breeze through it. And yes, I have. Love it. There you go. Bridgwater 11 mile. Creech St Michael 1.5 mile back that way where we were earlier. Taunton 3. I was hoping it was going to be more like 2. Never mind. Through the boats here, moored up. There's the Firepool. Last time I walked the canal was over 10 years ago, and I'm pretty sure none of this lot was here. Have a look at the time. Dead on 4 o'clock. Now once we get into Taunton, the plan is to catch a train back to Bridgwater. And from what I believe, the trains are approximately every 20 past the hour. So hopefully we'll be on the 20 past 5 train. And a bit further up we should be passing underneath the railway tracks. I think that's the first lot of ducks we've seen, basically. Oh, I think you see a couple at the beginning of the walk, but a few there. Right, on we go. Our bench, and we have another planet. What one have we got here? Neptune. Holy these trees. I can't see what's on the left of us, but I think there's an industrial estate. There may even be go outdoors up there. And the railway and the River Tarn. Yeah, industrial estate right there. River Tarn's on the other side of that. Another bridge coming up. We're in Taunton now. Everyone's keeping count. Bridge. And coming up to it now, 32. I think we'll be going underneath it. Sign up there. He's gone under bridge 33. There's the cement works there on the right. See what the time is now, shall we? Just gone 4:15. I'm starting to doubt whether we get this 5:20 train. Drop to know at this stage. I don't think they're going to have much further to go. .5 miles we've walked so far today. That's from the house to get to the canal in the first place. We brought the sat map with us as well, and we started that at the start of the canal walk. 13.5 we've done, so approximately a mile left when we get to the end of the canal, where the canal meets the River Tone. Just got another bridge going over, going under rather, big flyover. I don't think we've got much further to go. Another bridge. This is the railway bridge. So Taunton railway station's just off to the right. So we'll be going over that soon, all the way back to Bridgwater. Bridge 35. So yeah, that's the railway bridge. bridge in front of us. We're just going to pass another one, and you can see the lights for the cricket ground there. So we're I don't think we've got that much further to go till we reach the end. Yep, swan there. So we should soon see the old water tower for the railway. Not much further ahead, I think. Okay, we're nearly at the end, so just coming into view, that's the old water tower and pumping station for the railway, where they used to draw water from the canal, filled out a tank up on the roof, supply the steam engines. Where these houses are now was been all railway freight yards. All been built over now. There's a road on the other side of that now, and just ahead of us is where the canal comes to an end. So there's the water tower, and here is where the canal ends. So here's the very last lock, or the very first one, depending which way you look at it. This here is the River Tone. That's a weir there to keep the water in on that side. There you go. And that in front of me is now the River Tone. That to the right of me is the canal. That's it, and that's Bridge 37 right there. So there you go, folks. So there you are. We're at the end of the canal. So that's the walk done, one end to the other. So normally at this point I would say thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. I've just said that. But what I might do is film some of the train journey back. So next stop, Taunton train station. Time right now 4:34. So I think the next train comes out 20 past 5. So let's go up this train station. So we're now in Taunton. This part known as Firepool. That's the lights there for the cricket ground. So that's where the cricket ground is. And there should be a new piece of road here, which should bear off to the right and take us virtually straight to the railway station. And there is. It's not open for cars yet. We can walk it, and there's the railway station. That's the car park for the railway station there. get in this station and get some tickets. So it's just gone 4:30, and I think it's taken us about 8 hours to walk this. To get back on the train, it's going to take us 10 minutes. Here we go, welcome to Taunton Station. So we're just going to go in there and get our tickets. I think the train's about 5:20. So we've got about a 40-minute wait. I don't mind that, I can put my feet up for 40 minutes. We left the house this morning at 8 o'clock. The train station in Bridgwater is not far from our house. So what took us, nearly 9 hours. It'll take 10 minutes on the train, a little over 10 minutes. Right, go and get a ticket, I'll bring you back in a minute. Well, it's 10 to 5, we're at the station. Our train leaves at 18 minutes past 5. So, just under half an hour. Got myself a drink. So it's just a matter of waiting now. Here we are, platform 5. The camera's picking that one up, but that's the details of the walk. Canal to here doesn't include walking to the canal from home. It's about 17 miles. Just got up to 5:15 on the train. Should leave at 18 minutes past. Should be back in Bridgwater in about a little over 10 minutes. Past 5, we're on our way.
Welcome aboard this Great Western Railway service to Cardiff Central. We'll be calling at Bridgwater, Highbridge and Burn. It's 5:27, back at Bridgwater Railway Station. It took 9 minutes on that train to get from Taunton Railway Station to here. To walk it took about 8.5 hours. Anyway, this is the end of this film now, so thanks for watching.